Six Flags Great Adventure is closing the tallest coaster in the world. Why in the world would any park with a record holder like that close it forever? Today, we are diving into that question that every Six Flags fan is questioning. Why are so many rides closing at Six Flags parks, including Kingda Ka? From the surprise shutdown of Kingda Ka to the retirement of other fan favorites like La Vibora and Zumanjaro, we're seeing a wave of closures, and it's no coincidence. So what is the reason behind all of these closures? A major shift has happened in the park's focus at a high level ever since the merger of Six Flags and Cedar Fair. And it all started with Project Accelerate, which kicked off sometime around the merger. Let's break down what Project Accelerate is all about and share some direct insights from the Six Flags CEO, and we'll explore what this means for future parks. Project Accelerate was announced as a transformational initiative on November 6th, but has been in the works since around the time of the merger of Legacy Cedar Fair and Legacy Six Flags Parks on July 1st. According to the CEO of Six Flags, Richard Zimmerman, this project is designed to harmonize our operations and unlock the full potential of the new Six Flags. So this is more than just a few changes. It's a sweeping strategy to overhaul all Six Flags parks for profitability.
Money makes the world go round and makes me heart go pound.
One of Project Accelerate's main objectives is to increase operational efficiency and cut costs. Zimmerman explained it as finding ways to operate more efficiently and reducing unnecessary costs while still delivering a high level of guest service. Six Flags has a target of $50 million in cost savings by the end of 2024, and a big part of those savings, I'm speculating, is coming from ride closures. These rides cost a lot to operate, but is it bringing back the value that Six Flags hopes for? And in their eyes, I don't think so. And that is one of the reasons why some rides are being retired. And just a side note here, Kingda Ka's closure was a shock to everyone. Six Flags didn't announce it beforehand, and considering how iconic it is, this came as a sickening surprise. So why shut it down without letting the public know? On one hand, keeping Kingda Ka open could have driven a lot of business in 2025 if they would have announced the closing. On the other hand, it's possible the ride was on its last leg and the company feared keeping it open could create false expectation for guests. Let's say, for instance, you're traveling from Europe to ride Kingda Ka. You fly thousands of miles just to find Kingda Ka closed for maintenance. And Kingda Ka could even end up only running for half the year in 2025. We really don't know much about the background and the state that the ride was in before it closed. So was this a good move for Six Flags Great Adventure? I really don't think so. But at the same time, we don't have all those details on the conditions of Kingda Ka. This really had to be some last second move, and most likely it goes back to the merger. So what else caused Kingda Ka to close? Efficiency and cost reduction. By the end of 2024, initial plans of Project Accelerate is to streamline operations across all parks. For Six Flags, that means reducing redundant costs, closing rides that have become costly to maintain. These closures are painful for fans, but in Six Flags' eyes represent significant savings, especially with rides like Kingda Ka that have high maintenance and upkeep costs. Another focus of Project Accelerate is to drive attendance. With big crowds for Halloween and other special events, Six Flags is really focusing on those events to boost attendance. Between July and September of 2024 alone, they had 21 million visitors across all Six Flags parks. That's more people than the entire population of the state of New York. Operational adjustments to reduce disruptions. Six Flags is optimizing park schedules and staffing to reduce disruptions like extreme weather impacts. If you follow Six Flags on social media, you may notice that it may close for bad weather the next day, it'll open later, it'll close earlier. They really do adjust schedules based on weather conditions. Again, this goes back to one additional way of minimizing costs. If you're enjoying the video, I'd greatly appreciate if you could drop a like on this video. And if you love amusement park videos, make sure and subscribe. My goal is to do YouTube full time, and that simple action would help me get one step closer. Investing in park upgrades and digital experiences. The next step of Project Accelerate is to improve guest experience. Six Flags has really distinguished itself as valuing thrills and experiences over theming. They capture a much different audience than Universal or Disney parks. And you can see this by where the money is going at Six Flags parks versus, say, Universal or Disney. But there's been a shift in the winds, and Six Flags is starting to make a major pivot to a better guest experience. So what are those changes going to look like? This will come in the form of upgrading water parks, improving dining areas, and adding digital experiences. In August, they announced plans for new water slides, shaded cabanas, and better dining setups to reduce wait times. These upgrades are things Six Flags needed to do a long time ago and are finally taking action. Six Flags is seeing what guests really value and making massive changes, even if it means letting go of some rides. These are some positive changes, even though the world is focusing on all these ride shutdowns. A quick side note here. I think that Six Flags Great Adventure is possibly getting a new on-site hotel. Recently, Six Flags announced that it would invest more than $1 billion over the next 2 years to enhance guest experience. There was a similar announcement from Silver Dollar City that they're spending $500 million on a massive hotel. I don't see that out of the question for Six Flags Great Adventure because there aren't many hotels nearby. So in the long term, Six Flags is evaluating each park's value, which could mean selling or reducing focus on underperforming parks. This helps them concentrate resources on top performing locations. So what does that mean for you as a guest? Go and ride your favorite rides or your bucket list rides because you never know how long they're going to stick around. Or it means that the most visited parks will get more love, the best rides, and the best experiences. One park you cannot miss out on is Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. I've got a video here for 4 can't miss rides at that park. Go check it out. I'm not hinting that any rides at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay are going to close down. We just need to appreciate great rides, great roller coasters while they are still operating. Project Accelerate has led to some unfortunate situations like closing Kingda Ka. On the other hand, it's paving the way for the future of Six Flags and hopefully a better guest experience. So let us know in the comments, was this a good decision? Will this in the end actually benefit Six Flags and the guest experience? I'm curious your thoughts. And hopefully this comes true, as the CEO of Six Flags recently said. They are hoping to unlock the full potential of the new Six Flags. Thanks for watching, and ride on.